Welcome to Matt's Casual Cooking. Today we will be making a 3 cheese bake. A very easy recipe to make any time of the day or night. If you really enjoy cheese, this is really the recipe for you. Um, we'll go over all the ingredients and let's get to it.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go over the ingredients. Now, I'm making a double batch today because, well, I'm always a pretty hungry guy, and also I'm cooking for people today. So if you want a slimmed down version of this, go ahead and just take half of what I say on the recipe and just do it that way and follow the instructions, and you'll still get to the deliciousness. So what we're going to need is 16 ounces of Penne Reggae pasta, and just go ahead and cook that according to the package. Now what you're also going to need is, for the cheese sauce, you're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 tablespoons of flour, 3 cups of milk, 1 cup of half and half, 1 cup of white cheddar cheese shredded. You're also going to need half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. You're also going to need 1 cup of Swiss cheese shredded, and you're also going to need salt, pepper, and nutmeg, and those are just for seasoning. Now you will, for the topping, when we actually cook it in the oven, you're going to need 1 cup of shredded Swiss cheese as well. Now before we get to the cooking, I'm going to go ahead and put up some substitutions on the ingredients as far as like the noodles and some of the cheeses. So before we get there, let me show you. Alright, now for the butter, you can see I have it in the pan. What we're going to do is first we're going to melt the butter, so then once that is melted, we are going to add in the flour, and what we're looking for is where it kind of turns a little thick. You're going to whisk it around until it's going to be kind of like a brownish color. Um, and so once that's done, we're going to want to get the milk ready, milk in the half and half ready. Alright, so the butter is melted. I turned it down from high to medium. So what we want to do now is go ahead and add your flour, just kind of put it around. Now the reason we are adding flour is we want to thicken the sauce, kind of like cornstarch, and adding some flour to it will help bind the proteins in the cheese together, and kind of see it's already kind of clumping. It's really what we are looking for right now. So once we add the milk and the half and half, that's going to thicken up, and that's just going to help the entire process. Alright, so whisk this around just for a couple minutes. Start over really quick in that. So whisk this around for just a couple minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, until you kind of don't see any clumps of flour. So what we want to do now is just slowly take your milk Just pour a little bit in there at a time, kind of mix it together like this. Doing this will kind of help us fold or get everything kind of nice and mixed together. Kind of give it some time to kind of blend together. If you need to turn it back up, go ahead. We do need this to, you'll do notice it kind of starts to thicken up. So kind of a little bit at a time. Alright, so I can see the mixture is starting to thicken up a bit. It looks a bit probably runny on your screen still, but just looking at it from my angle, it's starting to thicken up. So what we want to do is we want to start incorporating the cheese. Kind of get it in there and start stirring it, whisking it in. Kind of just want to do a handful at a time until you get it all in. And we're going to stir this until the concoction is smooth. Yeah, smooth texture to it. Alright, so we've been cooking for about 5-7 minutes after the last cheese has gone in. It's kind of bubbling right now. I've turned it down a couple times, but this cheese sauce is pretty smooth at this point. So we are going to go ahead and dump it on the pasta, and then we're going to go ahead and put it in a baking dish. So right now what you want to do is you want to turn your oven on to 350 degrees, and you want to get out a 9x13 baking dish. Or if you have another bigger dish, go with that as well. So take your cheese sauce. Be very careful how you do it. We're going to go ahead and kind of do it this way. Kind of pour it all in for the time being. I know that was a little hard to see, sorry. You want to go ahead and take a spatula and try to get the rest of that out there. We're going to save the spatula for when we put it in the 9x13 pan then. We're going to get out as much cheese as humanly possible. Alright, so as you can see, we've got the pasta cheese mix in the pan. So what we're going to do now is just go ahead and top it with the rest of the Gruyere or the Swiss or whichever you have. And you can add a little Parmesan here if you want as well. There's nothing saying you can't. So just kind of sprinkle and get kind of the top covered as much as humanly possible. So really the only thing that's bad about this dish is how good it is with all the cheese. If you are a cheese lover, you will definitely love this. Love this. So once your oven turns on, or gets to 350, we're only going to cook this for 15 minutes or until, and what we're looking for, just like with the easy Italian bake, is we're looking for a nice kind of golden brown crust on the top. So, alright, so after 15, we'll see you guys. Alright, so as you can see, our 3 cheese bake is done. So I would leave it off the heat, off the counter for about 15 to 20 minutes, kind of let it cool down. So if you enjoyed this recipe, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope your taste buds and your stomach enjoyed the delicious